Hey FSU incoming freshmen, welcome to the beginning of your college experience. It'll be amazing but short-lived. My name is Devin Francion and I'm a junior, but it seems like only yesterday I was sitting in your shoes taking Ori for the first time. To ease your transition into college and help you prepare to be successful, some professors have put together some advice that they'd like to give you to help you along your way.
The first thing that I would like my students to be is curious. Curious about how the world works, curious about how they work, curious about everything. Not just willing to sit back and be entertained, but willing to go out and find or ask questions. Ask questions about what's going on. Why does this plant turn yellow in the fall? What's going on? What's going on microscopically? The second thing that I would like my students to have is passion. Passion for learning, passion for figuring out what's going on. Passion and curiosity go hand in hand. And the third thing is resilience. Resilience means not giving up. Resilience means if you meet an obstacle, you figure out a way over, under, around, or through.
Okay, so the first thing that I recommend students focus on with my classes is to focus on learning. Don't worry about your grades. Don't worry about whether this seems useful or practical or helpful in some way. What you want to concentrate on is learning something new, something you didn't know before you entered the classroom that day. For that matter, something you didn't know before you started reading the chapter. The other thing that I think is important is working on time management. Managing your time is critical in college, in any class. You're trying to balance 4, 5, or even 6 classes a semester. You need to have good time management skills. I try to encourage my students to use the calendar applications and to-do lists on their cell phones. Almost every smartphone and most dumb phones, or not smartphones, have some kind of calendar application on them that lets you put in appointments, and more importantly, reminders. You can set reminders several days or even several weeks in advance of the due date. It'll pop up and alert you with enough time to do a quality job on the project, whether you need 2 weeks to do research so that you can write a good 10-page paper, or if you need just a day to do some kind of simple homework assignment, answering some discussion questions or something. Use those reminders. And if your phone doesn't have an app for that, you can sign up for Google Calendars when you get a Gmail account. And Google Calendars has a free service that will text message reminders to you. The other aspect of time management is to set aside work time. I suggest you start with an 8-hour work schedule, just like you'll find out there in the professional world. Start your work at 9 in the morning, go till 5 in the evening. Some of that time will be taken up by classes. Whatever free time you have in between, you should be in the library working. Do that 5 days a week. That ought to leave you enough time for a social life, for meals, for relaxation, for rest. The last thing I recommend is work ahead as much as possible. this doesn't necessarily mean having your paper written 3 weeks before it's due, but if there's a reading assignment, a chapter you have to read, that say it's due for a Tuesday, Thursday class on Tuesday, get it done by Sunday so that you can have a chance to think about what is it that I really understand from this chapter, what do I need clarification on. You can review the information to try to get those weaknesses shored up, or it's a perfect way to figure out what questions you can ask in class.
There are a number of things students can always do to be successful at FSU, but I consider 3 very important things that they must do. One of it is for them to attend class regularly and engage in class discussion. Ask questions. If you have an issue with a concept, you have an issue that you don't understand, ask the professor, and the professor will be ready to share it with you. The second thing is that apart from attending class, they need to do their readings very, very regularly. If you attend class and you don't do your readings, you don't do your assignments, then you are not going to do as well as students who follow up after class and do their readings. And the third thing is time management. Students can always socialize, but it is important for students to be aware that they are here for academic work, and that should take priority of everything else.
So one of the first things that I would like my students to know is that you need to stay organized. It's really important to keep a calendar, whether you keep it in print or you have it electronic. When your professors give you your syllabus, you should go through and put all of the deadlines for the assignments, the tests, and the quizzes into your calendar. The second thing is to keep your priorities straight. You are here for school first, fun second. Don't try to fit in your schoolwork around your fun. Instead, fit your fun in around your schoolwork. The third thing is to ask for help when you need it. It's really important when you're in a new place to ask people for help. Maybe you have a question about one of your assignments from your professors, ask them. Maybe you have a question about your financial aid or you're having trouble buying books. Ask a professor and they'll be able to tell you where you should go to find out more information.